I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm over these prices on everything. I just left from Walmart. I spent almost $200 on nothing. On nothing at all. Nothing at all. You know, I ain't broke. I don't mind spending it. I don't mind spending it at all. Sometimes you be like, okay, I'm gonna spend some money for sure. Nothing on my receipt is over $15. Nothing on my receipt is over $15. And it's not a long receipt. I don't think I got that much for almost $180 worth of shit. There's no way. There's no way. I kept looking at the receipt, looking at my shit, looking at the receipt, looking at my shit. They had to give me. They had to give me. I calculated everything on this receipt. Like, there's no way. The receipt is right. The receipt is right. Wow. I feel like I didn't get shit. So I don't feel like it was worth $180. And that's disappointing. Like, if I would have got some big shit, like something on this list over $15, I'm like, okay. But I didn't spend over $15 on one item. I'm stressed.
Be sure to get gas, everyone. With so much going on in the world, they are expecting for gas prices to soar.
Rent due tomorrow. How much is y'all rent? In 2025, how much are y'all paying for rent? Everybody already knows that I went viral last year off my rent being $900. But if I was to, let's just say, give back and do a thing and pay somebody's rent, how much is y'all rent? Hands down, even though I think a lot of people are paying a crap ton of money on car insurance and car notes, I still think rent and mortgages are taking it when it comes to the greatest expense that people are paying. It's gotta be living. It's gotta be living. And I mean, if I was to just do a thing, I just wanna know, what's gonna be the bill that I should shoot for? Is it gonna be rent? Is it gonna be, but more than likely it's gonna be rent. So how much y'all paying? And for the people that got a mortgage, how much is your mortgage and what are you getting for that mortgage? You got a 1-bedroom, you got a 2-bedroom house. What are you getting for what you're paying? Because honestly, it's giving we're not getting much of a bang for our buck. It's giving we blacking out all these other days, but why can't we black out rent day?
Went to Sam's Club for 4 items, and they tell you the prices are going through the roof. Let me show you. 4 items, $100. I got some Chips Ahoy, you know, the baked kind, right? That's one. Got the crusted flour pizza, cheese pizza. You know, we all about that healthy, but 360 calories. That's 2. Carrot cake, all right, that's 3. And a pack of steaks. 4 items, $101. That is ridiculous. 4 items? That tells you where we're at, right? Usually for $100, you'll get more than 4 things. But no, not nowadays. And you know, there's no discounts or anything for these particular items at Sam's Club. But if like I said, man, the rate that we're going right now, next week, these 4 items will likely be $120. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Grocery. You ever notice that living in 2025 feels like we're all in a bad reality show called Survivor Grocery Store Edition? Like the producers keep raising the difficulty level just to see who taps out first. People used to say, don't cry over spilt milk. Now we're crying over the price of milk. $4 a gallon? Bro, I used to get that for less than a scratch-off ticket. Now it's either calcium or the Powerball. Pick one. And don't even get me started on fast food. Remember when the dollar menu was $1? Now the value meal costs as much as a Netflix subscription. Chick-fil-A charging $10 for a sandwich and then hitting you with a tomato surcharge? At that point, just open a farmer's market, my guy.
If you're a renter in Quebec, well, get ready because your rent is about to climb further in 2025. So how much is Quebec expecting you to pay if you rent? Prices are going to go up, and they're going to go up by 5.9%. That's the biggest single-year rent hike in the last 30 years. So just to put this in perspective, right? If a tenant is paying $1,000 per month, that means over the course of a year, that's an additional $708. This is not good news for anybody renting renting. I'm going to break it down to you for you even further. Tenants living in homes where heat is not included in the rent, they could see their rent increase 5.9%. If your heat is included in the rent, then for homes with electric heating, 5.5. For natural gas, 5. 4.1 for heating oil.
This is the hard thing. We all want to work harder and make more money, and then we do, and then everything else goes up, and we're back to where we started.
Exactly. So other people are going to either have to share their living spaces with family members or maybe get a second job, but this is not good news, not at this time.
Y'all, this is an emergency. There's no goddamn fruit in the grocery store. I repeat, we are running out of fruit. We are running out of vegetables. I saw it with my own eyeballs. Let me rewind this back for y'all, because it is not good, friends.
That's normally like all the way stacked up. This would normally be like overflowing. This would be completely stuffed. This should be like overflowing with strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. It's so crazy. There's nothing here. This is just sad. Like, I'm really sad. I don't know what the fuck people think is gonna happen. There's juices. There's usually like an abundance of apples just everywhere, and melon. These 4 huge bins are usually overflowing with watermelon. Yeah.
You can see behind me, gas is $3.69. Yesterday it was $3.39, so it's up 30 cents already. But this just in, they've had a vote in Iran, and they're talking about closing the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if that happens, this will not say $3.69 anymore. It'll say something more like $6 or $7. Yeah, so I'm doing this right now to show you what gas prices are right now, a day after the United States attacked Iran. And now Iran is already talking about closing down the strait, where 25% of the world's oil goes back and forth. And we'll see in a few days if they decide to do just that. We'll see if this says $3.69 for very long. My guess is it'll say $5 or $6 within a week. We'll be here in another week. We'll come right to this spot and see what's going on. If they do close the strait, folks, get ready for really, really expensive gas prices all across the country. Let me know what you think. Like and follow for more.
I don't know about anybody else, but for 2025, I'm locking in on my apartment, okay? I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying home. I'm tired of paying these high prices rent. I'm over it. I'm locking in my place. That's it. I will make a gem in a little corner somewhere. I will read. I will watch me 1,000 movies before I continue to go outside. There's nothing outside for me. I'm tired of paying rent. I'm over it. Then they got the nerve to go up 4% every year. Like how? Why?
Hey, what's up, America? Guess what? Gas prices, they're about to go through the fucking roof. That's right. Hope you like the reintroduction of $4 and $5 and $6 a gallon gas, because bitch, it's on the way. With this bullshit going on with Iran and Israel, oil prices have flown through the fucking roof. And now they're saying, well, gas prices are going to be following by going super high. No fucking shit, you think? I think it's funny how oil prices fly as high as they possibly can, even though the United States is not getting oil from Iran. You know that, right? You know we're not receiving oil from Iran. There's not boats full of oil coming to the United States that we're refining into gasoline. So somehow Israel blows up Iran, and our oil prices that are coming from a country that we don't fucking do trade with goes up, and we're going to be paying higher gas prices. How the fuck does that work exactly? I can understand coming after our refineries, or if something happened to Saudi Arabia, but this is Iran. We don't really trade with them, specifically in oil. So this should have absolutely no effect whatsoever on our gas prices. But I guarantee the fuck it will have effects on our gas prices. But why? Why the fuck would that happen when we're not trading oil with them?
Shrinkflation is the real villain here. You open a bag of chips and it's basically a balloon full of disappointment. Yogurt cups half empty, detergent bottles slimming down like they're on Weight Watchers, and bread so thin you could use it as tracing paper. At this rate, Oreos are going to come with 1 cookie per pack and a note that says, "Be grateful." And don't let anyone hit you with the "just get a side hustle" speech. Like, sir, I don't have time to become an Uber driver, Etsy seller, and part-time llama farmer just so I can afford gas.
Grocery haul, Kroger's, total of $2.86. My son on sale for like $2.99 or applesauce, cinnamon, and regular. Because hamburger meat was on sale for I think like $8.99. It's regular like $12. Bacon, I don't do for $3.99. Pops, $5. I got pickles, my favorite pickles, $2.99. Green beans and potatoes, these taste so good. You don't gotta put no seasoning in them. For 81 cents. It was on sale for $1.99. My son needs, and these are mine. I got 2 of these and they were on sale for I think $5.99 or $6.99. Here's the chicken that I got for $5. Sausage links. These were only like $1.79 a piece, and cheese curds. On sale for $3.99. Red Baron pizza, I think 3. Pickles for $2.99. My granddaughter some Lunchables. They were 4 for $5. $6.99 for this big thing of lunch meat. $1.84. Sausage links. We'll freeze some sour cream and some cottage cheese. Green beans. I'm gonna make this green beans, put the meat in there, and cut up the potatoes. And I could take to work to eat these Triscuit. Smoked for $2.99 or $3.99. They were on sale $1.99. And for me to take to work too, these are on sale for $3.99. The meatballs, I like the 4 of them for $5. Sausage, you can tell sausage and breakfast. I got biscuit for $99 I think a piece. These are good. 2 for $4, $99 too. I don't really eat them. My son and my granddaughter does. Burger Helper, it was $49 or $1. Chicken noodle soup, tomato soup. So I can make 2 for $4. I had to get me some coffee, tomato paste, and some kidney beans. This is what we eat, okay? And I got this a little over $1, and this was $1.50 or $1.90 on sale for $1.99. This was on sale for $5.99. You see, he's the whole fucking pack. So on sale today for $6.99 for my son. Some chips. Some of these are these. They were. She bought another pack of these too. Some fruit, some blackberries, mint, strawberries. Cantaloupe, Kroger crackers. They were on sale for $1.99. The cheese for 2 for $3. On sale, I think $4.99. Next, these ice cream sandwiches. These were on sale for $2.99. Grilled cheese. These were on $2.99. These are fruit cocktail and light syrup. And I eat these with some cottage cheese sometimes. I got 2 of these. I got the maple one, and sugar. And these were 2 for $4. These were on sale 2 for $4. This was $2.99. I had to get eggs. You know, they are on sale $2.99 for these. On sale today. My apples, these were on sale today. $9.99 or $3.99. Got onions. This rice is the best fucking Mexican rice. Then I got some more spaghetti. The what? Tell me, what was your favorite food?
If you live in California like myself, you should be prepared to pay up to $8 per gallon of gas starting with 2026, and I am completely outraged because of it. Phillips 66 and Valero are closing 2 refineries by the end of 2025 and beginning of 2026 in California, and here is why. Why are they closing? Because of California tight regulations, aggressive environmental policies, and also very high costs associated with doing business in California. Now, these refineries count for 20% of our oil usage in California, so it's not a small amount, it's actually pretty significant. Now, the main problem is California does not have the infrastructure to replace that supply, so that means we have to bring it from somewhere else, which is higher prices for transportation and much more. Now, a lot of Californians they know are already switching or switched to electric vehicles just to be able to afford going to work and back. But what if you cannot afford to buy a brand new car? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts about this.
Hey, Raf, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary. My salary bi-weekly is basically my rent minus $500. Guess how much my car is? $400. Guess how much insurance is? $100. Oh, yeah, that's right. You do the math. I'm left with owing money at the end of the month. That's not even with groceries. Holy that's not even with groceries. I realize every single month I am transferring money out of savings into my checking, and I am not. Just had the realization in the car that I'm actually going to go into debt if I continue being a teacher. Like, genuinely. Wow. Oh, I'm like literally having a crisis right now. I'm going to have a panic attack right now. I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. Knowing every single month that most of my money is literally, like, I don't have money. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to pay off my credit card this month. I don't know. All right, well, rats, peace and blessings, and I hope you can afford your rent today. And groceries, and your car, and insurance, and life. Bye.
Okay, cool. So I'm having to move out of my house because I can't afford rent. So I'm moving into my parents' property. But one time I couldn't afford rent either, and I was driving down the highway to try and go get help from social services, and the hood of my car smashed into my windshield and shattered it. So I pulled over, and this lady behind me pulled over and turns out I happen to know her. So she helps me get to the social services office, and I'm calling my dad, and he's like out of state or out of town. And as I'm there, this other lady overhears me, and she's like, I'll call AAA and have them tow your car for free. What's your address? So they gave me a ride home, towed my car for free. A couple of days later, my friends called me, and they're like, hey, let's go out. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't go out. I can't even get to work. My car is completely wrecked. The windshield's wrecked. I can't even make rent. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. So sorry, guys. And they're like, hey, you know what? We just ran into some cash, and we want to help you. So they paid for my car. They got me a rental, and they paid for rent for me that month. And you want to know something? If the hood of my car hadn't flown up and shattered my windshield, none of that would have happened. I wouldn't have gotten any help, and I probably wouldn't have been able to pay rent that month because I never would have told them that, hey, I can't pay rent. Sorry, I can't go out. I'd have been like, sure, let's go out. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, you know what? Me moving into my parents' house at 30 is going to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. It feels like right now I'm pulling over on the side of the road with a shattered windshield. My life sucks, but you know what? Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. It doesn't matter. We're going to be fine. We're all going to be fine.
How are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living?
I'll show you how.
Hi, how's it going? Can I please have 2 hot dog combos
hot dogs
with 2 drinks, a meat lover slice of pizza,
meat lover,
and a salted pretzel, please?
salted pretzel. That's it?
That's it.
2 hot dog, 1 meat, and 1 salted pretzel.
Yep, that's it. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm ugly crying right now because I have not made any money at all, and unemployment still hasn't paid me, and I've had a couple people interested in taking my apartment, but then they just fell through last second, and I'm like, we're days away from July 1st, and I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna pay rent. Like, I had no idea, and I've have like half of it. And I just won this fucking giveaway, which I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like, I won like a travel, so I was like, I can use this for my birthday. Because it was just like a travel gift card. And they go, yeah, we can give this to you, or you can pick cash. You can choose your prize. And I'm like, there was no cash in the giveaway stuff below. Like, it never said anything about cash. And I'm like, wait, what? I was like, how does the cash work? And they're like, we'll just Venmo you. And I'm like, like, I literally responded, I was like, you guys don't even know how much, like, you're blessing me right now. Like, this is insane. Like, so I knew I won, and I was like, okay, let's just wait, because, like, you don't know if it's actually gonna happen. And they just fucking Venmoed me the money. And I'm like, I really needed it. And I'm just now I can pay my rent, and I have like another month to like find a job and figure things out instead of like scrambling and being super stressed. It just feels unreal, and it's weird because I just was talking about, like, I had this feeling like I wasn't supposed to leave and sublet. Like, I had a feeling like something was gonna work out. I had no idea what. And this giveaway today, like, I can't even believe it. Like, I'm just so blessed. Unreal.
This is day 26 of, my remodeling journey and the hopes to have a completed home when my daughter moves back in mid-July. And today is the day I throw in the towel. I can't do it anymore. I don't have the money to refund or remodel. I'm negative $2,000 every month just to live. I don't have money to pay my car payment, the car insurance. I don't have money to pay that stupid title loan. I'm in $30,000 debt. And I woke up this morning to my AC no longer working. I can no longer do it. I quit. I'm done. I don't see the silver lining. I don't see a way out. I just see failure. Like, I live in the Midwest. How do I go without an AC? I'm already so hot and it's only 79 in here. I hate my life. Why couldn't it have been me? Why couldn't it have been me? Why did it have to be my husband? Why couldn't it have been me? I'm done. I'm done. I quit. Thank you guys for trying to help. But it was pointless. It's all just flipping pointless.
The wildest part, people making $75K are still broke. They used to be a flex. Now it's like, congrats, you can afford rent, beans, and maybe 2 Frosties a month if you don't get sick. So here's the plot twist. It's not us. We're not bad with money. We're not lazy. We're just existing in an economy where a McDonald's hash brown costs more than a whole sack of potatoes. If that doesn't scream simulation glitch, I don't know what does. Moral of the story, hug your Arizona Ice Key can. 99 cents and still holding strong. That's the last soldier left in this inflation apocalypse.
I moved into a place that I can't afford and now I'm stuck. I recently moved into a luxury apartment, and though it is nice and I like it and all these other things, I realized that I can't afford it. And when I say I can't afford it, it does not mean I can't pay for it. Like, I have enough money to pay for it as far as money's in my bank account. But as far as like what I want to do in life, I can't really afford it. In a sense of, now I'm in a position where it's like, I'm here and I pay so much in rent. It's to the point where it's like, I can't even go on a trip right now. Like, I can't. Like, and I haven't traveled in a while, and I'm very big on traveling. Like, I'm very big on going out and stuff like that. And I can't really do it as much as I would like to because it's like, I can't afford it. And I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Like, I don't know why when we feel like we get a new job or we start making more money and stuff like that, it's like, oh, I have to increase my living expenses. Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, well, now I'm making more money, so it just makes sense for me to get a nicer place. It just makes sense for me to get a luxury apartment because I'm making this amount of money, and people who make this amount of money live in this kind of place. And like I said before, I like where I live. It's really nice. It's, really cool and everything, but it's like, at what expense? And I feel like a lot of people don't understand the difference between, yes, you can afford it as far as like money in your account, but you can't really afford it for real. Like, I'm in a position I honestly and truly can say, like, if something drastic would happen, knock on wood, I pray not, I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. In a sense of, I do have money saved up, but for example, my best friend, right? She totaled her car recently, and so she literally has to buy a new car this weekend. She just totaled her car like 2-3 days ago. She has to buy a new car this weekend. I honestly and truly could say, if I had to buy a new car right now, I would be screwed
Because it's like, dang, like, do I really have enough money to? Because so much of my money has going to me upgrading my lifestyle. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we have this mindset in a sense of like, oh, when I start making more money, I have to drive a certain kind of car. I have to live in a certain kind of place. I have to be a certain kind of person. And it's like the place I was living before, it was nothing wrong with it. It was nice. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't as quote unquote nice as the place I'm living now. But at the same time, it's like, what is it worth? At least before, you know, when I wanted to, I can go on trips and I can do different things. And it's just like the same problems that I was having before, I have again, because I feel like every time I want to, like, I level up my lifestyle, I feel like I have to level up all the problems with it. And it's like, that's why I truly never level up. Because it's like, when I increase one thing, I just increase another thing. As soon as I get more opportunities, I just increase my problems. And yeah, so I just thought that was so crazy because I really was sitting here and I'm like, yo, I can afford this place on paper, but like, I can't afford this place in my soul.
I waited my entire childhood to be an adult so I can buy what I wanted with my adult money. And I just happened to be an adult at the most unaffordable time to live.
Every time I think about or trying to move out my parents' house, the cost of living just get higher and higher. Like, insurance goes up, gas goes up, not to mention the fact that you got to make 3 times the rent of wherever you live at, which is kind of insane because the average person my age ain't even making what I'm making. Not to mention the fact that I check my pay stubs all the time. I'm not making as nearly as what I would make if they ain't take all them fucking taxes out of my checks every 2 weeks. Like, and I just been sitting here thinking, like, cause with me personally, when I moved out, I always wanted to move out by myself or with a significant other. And now I'm starting to realize when people move out, they get roommates. Or they move in college apartments with other people that they don't even fucking know of because the cost of living is too fucking high. How can I get a house these days? How can I get a house, bro? The average house is like 300 bands, you know what I'm saying? And like the average like monthly cost of it is like $2,500 a month. Like that's crazy. Like, and me personally, I never agreed with having to have more than one source of income. In my opinion, you having more than one source of income should be a choice. It shouldn't be, I shouldn't need 2 sources of income to fucking survive. I'm 23, bruh. God damn. I am fucking 23. And I'm already like having a midlife crisis for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to move out my parents' crib, but I ain't trying to live check to fucking check. Like, I'm sitting here making more money than I ever made ever in my life in a year span. And it's still not enough for me to fucking move out and be able to fucking sustain a living. Like, we're doomed, bro. And they wait until we get grown to do shit like this. Like, yeah, it's over with, bro. It's over with.